Hello everyone, and welcome to today's lecture on how to enter data into a table on Excel and find the average for the population density. Begin by opening up Microsoft Excel on your computer by clicking the Microsoft Excel icon. You'll be prompted to ask for a template. Just choose blank spreadsheet. It'll bring you to this page, and starting in cell A1, type your name. Then following cell B1, type the date, and then the class period in C1 as well. In cell A2, type transect, which is what we measured, and we measured it in the unit of meters. The next column, write the places we measured, which happen to be the swash zone, and then skip over to D2, and then the berm, and then to F2 and say the back beach. After that, we can highlight the swash and the column next to it, so B2 and C2. Twice click on your trackpad and go down to Format Cells and hit under Alignment, Merge Cells. Do this for the berm and the back beach. We have to do this because we will have two columns giving us the average amount of beetles per transect and then the population density of each transect. Another tip for formatting is if you go up to the line between columns, so between A and B, you'll get this double-headed arrow with a line between. Double click on that and it will automatically make your cells as wide as the text within them. So then under transect in meters at A3, type N and 100. This is our starting point. So then we measured up to 647.5 meters away from our starting point. But we don't want to put all of our information in one category. So we have to group it into different categories. I did it by 100 meters. So S equals 0 to 100, and then 100 to 200, and so forth until 647.5, excuse me. So then we have 200 to 300, 300 to 400, 400 to 500, 500 to 600, 600 to 647.5. Now, after that's complete, under N equals 100, we're going to put the average density, the average number of beetles. And then you can highlight this text by either hitting Command A in the cell or highlighting on the top part where it says f of x and hit Command C and paste that under D3 and F3. Format your cells so they fit. And then in C3, we're going to write population density. And then put those in E3 and G3. Format your cells so they look pretty. And we're ready to head on to the next step. So one thing I noticed was that I actually messed up here in their first column. The average number of beetles, this is a title column, and we need to have a number for the N100. So what you'll want to do is highlight that cell, right click, and then hit Insert, and then Shift Cells down. That will insert a cell above that one, which then puts everything into alignment. You then want to add the information for the average number of beetles that was calculated. I have added that information to the table, and for n equals 100, the average number of beetles was 173. So you'll add the complete information for this column, and then I'll show you how to calculate population density. So we want to put an equal sign in the cell by highlighting it and then hitting equals. This tells Excel that we want to perform a function. Now, population density is the population over a given area. So we want to take the 173. You will highlight the 173 in cell B4, and then you want to hit divide, so the backslash key, and then our transects aren't 100 meters, they're 100 meters by 4 meters, making them 400 square meters. So we divide that information by 400, and that should give you 0.4325. So then a trick you have with Excel is that you can apply this function for all those columns, and it'll give you the respective number as your average. So then you don't have to calculate each one by hand. To do this, go to your column or your cell, see how cell C4 is highlighted in green, and you have this white cross. Go to the corner of it and it turns into a black cross. Click and drag this all the way down to the end of our numbers. Right now it has 0 because I haven't entered any information into the average number of beetles. But let's just say that between the 0 and 100 transects, we found 75 beetles. So we put 75 and you hit return and it calculates it immediately. Finish this information, fill out your table, and await further instructions because next class we will be learning how to create a graph of this data. Thank you.